Hey folks, how's it going this morning? I got something that I want to talk to you guys about this morning. And I've had a little incident that has happened to me while I've been staying at this nice hotel right here that has had nice people at it. And actually I needed some documents, even ran off this morning, and normally somebody would have charged me for that. But the man at the front counter was very nice, and he owns this place. It's one of those mom and pop Super 8s. And he was very cordial. He, even though my phone wouldn't transfer over to his fax machine, I took my email and emailed his computer, and he took the time to even run those copies off for me. And so he saved me a lot of problems, and he didn't charge me anything for what he done. And some people would have. They would have charged you so much a document for like 13 documents. And so it was very good that what he done to me. He seems to be a very good person that would help you out in any way that he could. Now, I got a situation right here that I kind of had happen in his place here in this hotel room, and it was of no fault of mine. And I don't really realize if they know what they did here or not, but they've really set a trap here that's kind of bad for the people that's here. And I'm going to bring it to his attention when I leave out what he could potentially get into here. Now, this bed, it looks okay, don't it? You're like, well, Jerry, everything looks fine here. And actually, when it was even made up, this is the way it looked. This was the way it looked, minus the little bit of untidiness, where that I have slept in it last night. This is the way that the bed looked. But when I got over here close to it, and I, was doing my normal thing last night to go to sleep, I ended up kicking in close to the bed somewhat. And here is what he has going on here that's not good. Now, I don't know exactly what they used them for, but they had them covered up. You see that? And it has a solid piece of metal underneath it even. Look at this. It's a solid piece of metal. Well, that ended up cutting me pretty good, guys, and it's even bruised me. It has. It's got me pretty good. It actually hurt pretty good, and it's swelling up on me some. Now, this is the point in time, guys, when you have to make decisions about who you are in Jesus Christ, I think. I really think that it is. This is a point in time where you come to a crossroad. There would be some people who would actually go to the doctor, tell them what happened, and they could go to a lawyer, and they could probably end up getting a settlement out of that. Because this right here has swelled me pretty good. It's put a swell on me, and actually I'm going to tell him before he leaves what kind of potential situation he has going on there, because that's not good, folks. It was even covered up by the blankets. Now you're going to ask me, Jerry, what are you going to do about this? Nothing. I'm going to heal up and go on. And some people would say, "Wow, that ain't going. They hurt me. They damaged me. I'm physically hurt. I'm offended by this. I would do something else, man. If I'd been hurt like that, scratched up like that, and beat up like that, I'd go to a doctor, and I'd go see me a lawyer and get $5,000 out of this, or $10,000, or whatever." I'm not going to do none of that, folks. You guys know as well as I do, money means nothing to me anyway. My salvation with Jesus Christ is what means something to me. And so this is going to bring up a verse in Paul's letters that I'm going to tell you guys about this morning. And it's 1 Corinthians chapter 6, folks. Okay? Do not sue thy brethren, folks. Don't do that. Don't be like the heathen. Now you may see, well, now Jerry, if I was really hurt bad and it cost me time at work or something like that, and it damaged me, and that would be the only way that I would have to live or something, depending on the circumstances, perhaps, if it was enough, that it really damaged you where you couldn't work and you were telling the truth about it, and it broke bones and everything else, maybe, perhaps. But this situation right here, I'll be swelled for about maybe a week or something, or a week and a half, and it'll go away, and the scratch will heal up. But a lot of people would go, and they would honestly, they would sue over that. But remember what Paul said, folks. Do not sue thy brethren. Don't do it. Folks, we live in a time right now where people and their actions is not to be of our actions as Christians. Okay? Are you hearing me on what I'm telling you? This is the reason why, folks, that Jesus said in Revelations, come out from among them, my people. Show class, folks. Let your lamp, you've heard me about this thing about the virgins and the lamps that's full of oil. Let your lamp shine, folks, in His glory. Don't let your lamp be dirtied up by the things of this world. All it does is hurt you. Now, that man was nice enough this morning to run those documents off and stuff. I'm sure he didn't intend for that incident to happen. But I'm going to let him know before I leave here, you got a potential right here for something to go on. You need to address it. And perhaps the next person that comes along, he'll be reasonable enough to think, you know what? That probably would happen right there, and that probably could cause me to have a lawsuit. And I'm going to help him out with that. But I'm not suing nobody, folks. I'm not going to a doctor. I'll put a little bit of something to keep the infection off of it and stuff, and in a week and a half, it'll be better. But do not sue thy brethren. Folks, don't do it. If you have some little slip and fall or something like that, and it really was of no fault of somebody's, and it didn't hurt you or something, don't go sue thy brethren. It's really not a godly thing to do. And don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Let us not be like the world. Let us be the way Jesus wants us to be. Thank you for watching my video.